All right, everybody. Here we go. CU Spotlights. We are back. We are at the Synergent Connect Conference 2026 in downtown Portland, Maine, my hometown, my hizzy. We're at the Eastland Weston Hotel, all directions, northern, southern, and we're having a great time here. It is day 2 of the conference. Speaking of Synergent, thanks to Synergent for sponsoring this podcast, having me not have to get on a plane to do one of these things for a change. That's always lovely. Keeps the costs low. Shout out to Shirley Sen, my co-host. She stepped off the mic. She just gave me the thumbs up, everybody. 2 thumbs up. She stepped off the mic so we could have a nice, full audience here from one of the credit unions that is here at the conference themselves. We got Brightbridge in the house. Why don't we go in order? If you want to name and position at the credit union, that'd be lovely. Let's start with you.
Sure. I'm Nancy Pierce. I'm the AVP of Digital Operations.
Fun. How long have you been with the credit union?
10 years.
10 years. All right. This April.
Steve Lynch, Chief Digital Officer.
Good to see you, Steve.
Yeah. Good to be here.
Hello, I'm John Howard, President and CEO.
A man who needs no introduction as far as I'm concerned. So good to see you guys. Thanks for coming up to P-Town.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, gosh, we're almost done the conference here. I think we've got this, and then we've got a meeting, and then lobsters, right, is next. If you guys aren't heading right back down, you're going to stick around for the lobster bake?
We are.
Sponsored by Systems Engineering. Shout out to those guys. They were my old IT crew when I was at the Maine Credit Union League Insurance Trust. Still have their mouse. I still, on occasion, try to call the help desk, but I'm not a client anymore, so they can't. They do tell me to unplug it and plug it back in, but that's as much help as they'll give me, which can be helpful. So, talk about the conference so far, and what's been the vibe, what's been kind of any insights, any aha moments for you?
Sure. For me, it's been all about strategy and removing friction.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Learned a lot, met a lot of great people, connections that we can take moving forward.
What's been some of those frictions? How a few more bars of that?
Sure. How do the Gen Zers want to do things?
Sure.
Easily. Take away the extra steps. Make it happen in one step.
Right. Right. Yeah,
Especially with money movement.
100%. Right. Yeah. At the speed of now, I think is how they say it now. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, well, I have to say, getting here first, our first one is a big thank you to Synergent for a merger that we just completed with them, and they are superstars in our eyes.
We got to give them a little bit of that right there.
Yes, they deserve it.
A crowd is coming around, by the way.
It's 366 days worth of work. And,
oh my God!
And they are a terrific partner, and we're excited to be here at the conference. They've always got some interesting topics going on, whether it's AI or digital currency, and the pace of which those things are moving, and how we need to think about our colleagues and our members.
So let's talk about that merger for a little bit. So, I mean, we've known this has been coming, and I'd said on a different one, there's the merge and then there's the merge, right? It's like there's like the marketing merge, right? Where it's like, hey, you do all the announcements and you do the kind of the front end stuff, but then there's the real merge, which is the core system, right? And now Ara Credit Union was not with Synergent. So that can, in some cases, it very rarely, I think, does a merger where it's like, hey, everything's it's all the same stuff, right? Nobody's ever that lucky. So that can be, potential speed bump, but was not the case. I think you said yourself, John, what did you say about the merge?
It was flawless. They did such a great job, Synergent did. It's, you look at mergers, they come in phases.
Sure.
First part, you have to get the board of directors and the right people involved to the point that they're in agreement that this is going to be a good partnership.
Sure.
Then you've got to get the team members involved so that they're willing to move forward, because it's not like it's not like a bank where it's really up to the shareholders per se.
Yeah.
Here, the team members have a lot to say in it. And once they're all comfortable with it, then you have the members. So getting through those hoops takes a lot of work. Once that's done and the legal day is there, then there are so many people that are working. If it's on a different core system, working for 12 months. If it's on the same core system, we learned today it's going to be about 6 months. And it is a ton of work. And it's constant testing, refixing, recoding, testing, fixing to the point that you have a merge like we had with Ara, a systems conversion, which was basically flawless. We had tiny little issues, nothing that couldn't be fixed within either minutes, hours, or within a day. And it was only one item that I know of that had to be taken to a full day. Really just a great conversion. And Synergent is such a great partner that way. All the time, we always have great conversions with them, but it's also because of folks like Nancy and Teresa and team members that we have that Christine Roget that test and retest in June and double test and triple test. You know, I asked, and I'll pass it on after this. I asked Teresa one time, it was actually with Alchemy. We had a conversion with Alchemy that was also flawless. It was the best conversion I had ever experienced up to that point. And I came to Teresa Hayes, who's also our digital executive, and I said, how did you guys do this? And she talked about Nancy. She talked about herself. She goes, we both love puzzles. We love doing puzzles. We love finding that needle in the haystack. And when they went through the conversion, they found hundreds of needles in that haystack before the conversion actually took place. It was a godsend. It was just a blessing.
Wow.
Thank you, Nancy.
Absolutely.
Love
that's
being on
so
the
nice.
same team as you.
Well,
Not so much so.
well, you didn't.
I'm hit or miss.
You didn't have to say the thing out loud, John. We all saw the head, and we all saw the eyes. We all knew what it meant. Absolutely. Well, it's exciting. Now, talk about the story, okay? Mergers can be a controversial thing. Mergers can be a dirty word. Mergers can be a wonderful opportunity. Sometimes there are mergers of mercy that need to happen where you really got to help one of our own in order to save a situation. I don't think that was the case here, but I'm curious, what was the story?
Yeah, so
Dara.
for us, mergers are partnerships.
Yeah.
They're really not even mergers. It's where on day one, there's no us versus them. There's no us and them.
Right.
It's just us.
Right.
Because on legal day one, there's only one team, and
Right.
it's us together combined.
Sure.
And I forget the exact number, but I think we have up to like 39 credit unions that are in our family tree now.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Holy smokes, what a number.
I know.
You're almost there for 40. That's
I
a
know.
nice round number.
And we have a beautiful family tree that shows all of us in there.
I love that.
And to give you an example how it's a partnership and there's no us and them, like Brightbridge.
Right.
Brightbridge is one of the limbs on there. It's not the trunk of the tree. It's one of the limbs just like everybody else's.
Yeah.
And all together we make up our family tree. So in this story, and like many credit unions, there's either, like you said, there's a need where they have to find a partnership,
Yeah.
or strategically, the executive team and the board of directors kind of looks at themselves and say, hey, are we better off partnered with another institution or going on alone? And a lot of times it's when some of the executive team members are retiring. That's when it kind of prompts that decision or that conversation. So that was similar to here. There was retirements taking place, and they looked at themselves and they said, are we better off together with somebody? Sure. And in the end, they decided that store was better for their future.
Sure.
That they can be more impactful to their members, more engaging with their members, provide better services and resources to their members if they were partnered with another credit union like Brightbridge.
I love that. Well, and the retiring CEO of ARA is another buddy. And certainly another character in the space. And I remember the LinkedIn post where you guys were both sitting there making the announcement. I'm like, where are the beers? Like, I don't get it.
We just kept them off camera.
Yeah, okay, all right. They were there. You handed them, right?
Exactly.
Wipe the lip. All right, let's talk about this thing. But Mike's a great guy and has done an awesome job in his career. And, he deserves his retirement, man. He's made an incredible impact in the space.
Yeah, great guy, without a doubt, and a very interesting life. He's got a lot of different facets, so he's got a lot of great stories to tell.
I remember when I first called on him, and I think it was it STCU? Is that where he was? I don't
recall.
It was a teacher credit union.
Yes.
When I first,
yes.
Springfield Teachers.
Yeah, Springfield Teachers. Yeah, when I first called on him,
to that.
and it was like I got 20 minutes before thing, and I had popped in. I'd seen Pioneer Valley was one of my clients at the time, right down the road, and boy, that was a long 20 minutes. I think it was about a 2-hour deal because we just hit it off so well and knew so many of the same people and really had a very similar philosophy for the movement and then after old blue eyes is what I call him, and it's just so lovely to see him at all the conferences and
He's a great carpenter too.
Yes.
And the landscape, like the skill sets he has outside of financial is outstanding.
He's not gonna be bored.
No,
He's gonna stay very busy,
100%.
just doing a bunch of stuff that he loves. So,
yeah.
well,
He's a very
that's
energetic
wonderful.
guy.
Now with the merge, keeping all branches, that's the game plan.
It is. We don't typically ever close. We haven't yet. Would we? It depends if we have two branches across the street from each other. Well, then you would obviously look at that.
Sure.
But no, there'll be no branch closures here. Team members, for the most part, all stay on. We don't do layoffs as a norm. Ever. Honestly. So that's our path together. Together, it's a partnership. Nobody loses. Everybody wins. Members win. Team members win. Credit unions win. Everybody's stronger for the partnership together. And if we're not, then it's not the right partnership, and we won't move forward.
How's been the reaction from the new members coming in?
From what I can tell, it's been great.
Yeah.
We've had some great relationships with them, and also with the Teachers Association that's out there. We have a lot of meetings taking place with them, a lot of partnerships. We're looking to see what we can do to create a program for them.
Oh, I love that.
But
little financial wellness programs. 100%. Let's get them into the schools.
First-time home buyers.
Yeah.
Maybe a collective of products that are more advantageous for them and what they need.
Yeah.
They also have time off in the summertime, so there's also a financial need there as well. So there's ways we can fill that void.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, maybe really ratchet up that skip a pay program. Make that a little bit longer.
Exactly. Yeah, no doubt.
Stretch that out just a little bit more. Although I don't think they can file for involuntary unemployment, because that is voluntary. They are volunteering to take the summer off. Yeah.
Skip the summer.
It's vacation loan.
It's one of the only benefits. Both my parents are teachers, and trust me, that's one of the only benefits. And my mom would go, "You think we got the summer off? We got to go buy this. We got to go do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, Ma. I know." They got out when the getting was good in 2018, so they're enjoying retirement, and they're very happy they did it when they did.
They, like for retirement, remember what it was like when we got out of school for the summer. It's like, oh my gosh, all this time. It's just like the greatest feeling in the world. I imagine, let's say for Mike Ostrowski, who's retiring, and other folks who are retiring, what a great life experience. To
Absolutely.
know, like, okay, I can do whatever I want now.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's very, very good.
I'm glad for those folks.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the merge. I know you guys are, eyes front on all the new stuff, all the member needs. What's something that, beyond what we've talked about, that you're really, really excited about diving into in, let's say, the next 12 months?
Sure. I mean, it's a lot of it has to do with, and I'm going to pass it if you don't mind, in the ways that we can engage with members, the ways that we can also make their experience not only more enjoyable but more efficient. How can we take the account opening process and bring it down to just minutes instead of 47 minutes, let's say.
Sure.
Same thing for applying for a loan, or how can they do everything remotely? And there's ways that we can engage the members. You want to share with a few things that we're doing?
Yeah, no, I think what's interesting about this merger was we really were working on a number of member experience initiatives already. And so we kind of set up the team so we could do a dual initiatives focused on. And Clutch is a partner of ours, and Clutch is a partner of Synergent's as well. So we've just completed, the launch of Clutch, both in the branches and in digital. So it's been a great experience, much easier tool to use for our members to get a loan or get an account.
Yep.
We've also used another tool of Segment, data analytics at Alchemy.
Sure.
So we can bring personalized offers to our members, some things that we know that they need versus mass mailings and things like that. So both of those very, very exciting, just went into production.
Well, I love that. And we were talking a little bit about, there's that balance, and it usually starts at the ones you have to sell are the board members, right? Because they're like, it's my data, it's my thing. And I don't like, there's the balance between being right and being on time and being creepy. Right. And I think that that's a hard sell sometimes, especially at the board level, where's that line? And then meanwhile, they say something about a canoe and they go home and then there's a canoe for sale and they buy it. Right. And they're fine with that, so it's like, well, who would you rather hear from? Would you rather hear from, Jeff Bezos, or would you rather hear from your credit union based on, gosh, what we're seeing in your home banking? You're overspending by $347 a month. We can help you save that money. Don't you want us to reach out to you? It's stuff like that where I think if you can find the right combination of words, you can get folks comfortable around utilizing the data in a helpful way, right? That isn't creepy. That's on time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The great thing about credit unions, we're truly there, just like you said. It's similar to what we talked about with partnerships with with credit unions. It's partnerships with members.
Yeah.
We're not we're not a for-profit company that's trying just to maximize revenue off of their backs. So
Right.
how can we help you in your financial lives? And everybody wins. So it's a big piece with that.
I've said it for years for people that don't understand what credit unions are. I go, credit unions are one of the only folks who, their goal is to lose their product. Like their goal is to get a member to pay off the loan faster so they can be in a better financial position, rather than try to keep them on the teat, pardon my French, as long as possible. I go, it's just such an amazing, mentality. But because then you guys understand, well, then that's more liquidity. And then we can help more members with that liquidity. It's such a wonderful...
Great industry.
Yeah, it really, really is. So I know we got to wrap up because we got another exciting meeting talking about a bunch of new stuff that we can do together. If somebody wanted to reach out, maybe somebody is thinking about a merge. Maybe they're in a similar situation to Mike or anything, the exciting stuff you're doing. Where would they go to just reach out or learn more about you guys?
Oh, and anytime whatsoever, my email is probably the quickest or easiest way because there's always, it's always getting looked at by somebody.
Sure.
It's jhoward@brightbridge.com.
Sure. And I will speak from experience. He's very good at delegating. So he will just whip that right over to who it needs to go to. He will join.
It will get responded
It will get responded to. Congratulations on all your success. Congratulations. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for supporting this QSO. It's been home for me for a long, almost 20 years. I've been hanging around these guys, and it's exciting to see how much they've grown and how much their credit unions have grown with their partnership. It's really, really neat. So really appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for being on the show today.
Thanks for having us, John.
All right. And thank you, listeners, for sticking with us here on this wonderful journey. The Synergent Connect Conference 2026. Boy, I'm almost brain dead. I'm about ready for a drink. And I am your host, Jonathan Taylor, JT with Steve Spotlight. Shout out to Synergent for the sponsorship. Shout out to Bank Social for paying my bills and opening up my world. And Becky Reed, of course, being here speaking, did a wonderful job today. And just really appreciate everybody. Folks, we all suffer from the same thing in this movement, which is a crisis of awareness. So you're thinking about somebody who needs to hear this, please share it out. Let's cooperatively share this content. Let's spread the word so we can help more people. Let's put the movement back in movement. We'll see you guys later.